Alright, so our problem states to solve the equation, and our equation here is 3x squared plus 6x plus 6 equals 0. And it also gives us the quadratic formula, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And it tells us that, gives us that it has the solutions x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so let's just get started right away. Our equation is already in the standard form for the quadratic formula. So we can just start right away by trying to find x, or solving for x. First, let's identify what a equals. Up here, a is the coefficient on the x squared. So in our equation, a equals 3. B is the coefficient on the x term. In our equation, it is 6. And c is the constant and in our equation, the constant is 6 as well. Alright, so now that we have identified our a, b, and c, we can plug these numbers into our equation up here to figure out what x equals. So let's start by doing x is equal to negative b, which is negative 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 6 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 6. And we put, that's all divided by 2 times a, which is 3 again. Alright, so we need to simplify this in order to really figure out what x is. So I'm going to simplify this square root. I'm going to simplify that right over here. Alright, so as you can see, I wrote over here our square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times 6, and that is actually simplified to 36 minus 72, which simplifies even further to the square root of negative 36. So this is equivalent to the square root of negative 1 times 36, and if we break this apart, we will have the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 36. Now, by definition, I, our imaginary number I, is equal to the square root of negative 1. So we know that that equals I times, and the square root of 36 is equal to 6. So our huge square root up here is equivalent to 6i. So let's plug that right in to our formula up here. So we have negative 6 plus or minus 6i all over 2 times 3 is 6. And we can split that apart into two fractions. And by splitting it into two fractions, we get negative 6 over 6 plus or minus 6i divided by 6. And negative 6 divided by 6 is negative 1. And 6 divided by 6 equals 1i, so we have left 1i. So now we have x is equal to negative 1, and this plus or minus guy right here means that we have negative 1 plus I is one solution, and x equals negative 1 minus I is our second solution. And those are our two solutions to this equation.